kind of prefer Marvel movies.
We are Marvel.
Yeah, but you're, Marvel licensed by Fox. It's like if the Beatles were produced by Nickelback. It's music, but it sucks.
By the end of Deadpool 3, Deadpool will become the leader of a new Avengers team. If you've been hearing all of the recent Deadpool 3 news and you've been thinking, wow, Deadpool 3 sounds like it's going to be insane. Well, it is. But let's talk about what exactly is going to go down to make Deadpool get into the MCU and then become a leader of a giant Avengers team. This morning, the insider Cryptic HD Quality, who has a great track record, teased the TVA in Deadpool 3, simply tweeting knock knock and then a gif of the TVA for all time, always. Now, we've known that the TVA is going to be in Deadpool 3 for some time now. In fact, we know about a character, Paradox, who is going to be working for the TVA, who is reportedly going to be played by Matthew Macfadyen. But the question is the TVA hunting Deadpool down? We have to talk about this. Think about this for a second. Does this make complete sense after we saw Loki Season 2? As far as we know, the TVA really isn't hunting people down anymore. They've dramatically shifted their focus after Loki essentially created the multiverse. Well, maybe he didn't create it, but at the very least, he allows it to exist now. Branch timelines happened before and the multiverse was real, except the TVA did not allow the multiverse to essentially come into existence. But now that Loki's in charge, the multiverse lives. So as far as the TVA is concerned, we saw at the end of Loki Season 2 that their primary job now is to locate Kang variants and take care of them. They're really just focused on keeping the multiverse safe and allowing it to exist. Sure, they might capture some people who are going around the multiverse doing harm, causing incursions, but we know they're not really pruning people anymore. That was kind of a big part of Loki Season 2. And that's really important because that's going to come into play for Deadpool 3 big time. And based off of what we know, I don't really think the TVA is going to be hunting Deadpool down and Wolverine down the entire film as they go on this multiversal journey. I know Deadpool will be with the TVA, but I don't think they'll be fighting each other. I think Deadpool is going to be helping the TVA for a very specific reason, and this reason comes from the recent plot synopsis that we have for Deadpool 3. Some of you might have heard it by now, but it reads, after facing some professional setbacks while going through a midlife crisis, Wade Wilson decides to officially retire Deadpool and becomes a used car salesman. But when his friends, family, and the whole world are at stake, Deadpool decides to bring his katanas out of retirement. He recruits an unwilling and wary Wolverine to not only fight for their survival, but ultimately their legacy. If this plot synopsis ends up being true, which it might be because the reason he could retire is because he went back in time and saved Vanessa and changed a few things in his favor, and maybe he just wants to have a really nice, married, quiet life now. Have a kid, be a parent, work a job at the used car sales lot, be kind of normal. This could sound kind of perfect to him based off of the life that he's already had. But what happens when his world and the multiverse are in jeopardy? Well, of course, he would want to save his world, his life, the people that he loves. So Deadpool's universe is dying, and to save it, he finds Wolverine and travels the multiverse. This is the start of Deadpool becoming the leader of the new Avengers team. And yes, Deadpool did time travel and change a lot of things at the end of Deadpool 2, but remember, the TVA isn't exactly pruning people anymore for creating branch timelines. Their main focus right now is Kang, who Deadpool should ultimately realize he needs to focus on as well. However, he's not going to realize this until the end of the film. Why? Well, because we know that Deadpool is going to travel the multiverse, he's going to find a bunch of different Wolverine variants, he's going to run into some X-Men, and ultimately Kang the Conqueror, as far as we know, is not the villain of this movie. But the TVA will definitely realize what Deadpool has done. However, I believe that they will try to recruit Deadpool into helping them, and they could be specifically trying to recruit him because of Wolverine. According to some plot details about Deadpool 3 posted by the insider My Time to Shine Hello a few months ago, the character Mr. Paradox, who is going to be a TVA agent who is kind of going to take the place of Mobius, at least just for this movie, is trying to recruit Wolverine. The reason is, of course, this film takes place after the events of Loki Season 2. So essentially, we have a new TVA here, and according to the details, the TVA gets word that the Kangs, Kang and all of his variants, are all gathering and a new multiversal war is about to start. And we've seen this already. This was literally the post-credit scene for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. The Council of Kangs have gathered all of the other Kang variants, and they are literally about to explain, hey, we have to control everything. We have to go to war. We have to kill the Avengers, all the heroes, Fantastic Four, X-Men, everybody, or eventually they will defeat us. So what does the TVA do? Well, they start to create an army of multiversal heroes. We've talked about this a lot. It sounds like they're going to create these heroes and gather them from worlds that are dying. Well, if you go back to the Deadpool 3 synopsis, it sounds like Deadpool's world, the Fox universe, is dying. It's one of those dying worlds. So Deadpool and the TVA actually have a common goal. They want to stop the destruction of universes, and Deadpool wants to stop the destruction of his own universe, so they work together. I imagine it will kind of be what the TVA, specifically Mobius, did with Loki. They captured Loki, they were going to prune him, he was literally in court about to be pruned, but Mobius stepped in and saved him. I'm assuming this might be kind of the same thing, that Deadpool might share somewhat of the same fate. Deadpool gets on the TVA's radar because, of course, the time travel at the end of Deadpool 2, but also, in other universes, Deadpool is really good friends with Wolverine, so if the TVA is trying to recruit Wolverine, maybe they recruit Deadpool to try and help with that. Just to clarify, we're unsure of really how Wolverine and Deadpool come together in the film. There's been rumors that Deadpool gets captured, there's been rumors that Wolverine gets captured, and they break out and they travel the multiverse together. But that's actually not completely relevant to how Deadpool becomes the leader of the new Avengers. It's important, but not for the specific ending that Deadpool has. We know that they come together, and at the end, after traveling the multiverse and dealing with whoever they're going to deal with, whoever the villain is of Deadpool 3 or villains, they're ultimately going to come to the conclusion that they realize Kang and the millions of Kang variants are trying to take over the multiverse, and this is the reason that the multiverse is falling apart. This is the reason that Deadpool's home, his world, everybody he loves, is at jeopardy right now and could die. So eventually, Deadpool realizes that they need to defeat Kang and his millions of variants who are trying to take over the universe. So it's up to him and his buddy Wolverine, who are working with the TVA. And what is the TVA trying to do? Well, they're trying to put together a big multiversal hero team. And since Deadpool in Deadpool 3 is literally going to travel throughout the universe seeing multiple different teams, X-Men, Fantastic Four, Avengers, as far as we know, well, who better to lead the team? Well, in all honesty, there are probably other people who are better and less sarcastic. But in this situation, Deadpool and Wolverine are going to have the most experience because they are going to be true multiverse travelers. Doctor Strange at this point in time and Wanda are the only two Avengers who have really multiverse traveled. And Wanda did that via dream walking. But besides them, nobody else has really multiverse traveled. The old X-Men universes didn't do that. They kind of time traveled, but no multiverse travel. The Fantastic Four did not do that. And again, the Avengers really haven't done that as well, with the exception of a few, who reportedly aren't going to be a part of the new Avengers film. So really, it all points to Deadpool and Wolverine being the leaders of this huge multiversal team. And we've heard that Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is also going to be another one of these leaders, which would totally make sense because, like I've said before, I can totally see Deadpool going, oh, we need to recruit another Marvel Legacy character. Let's go visit Tobey, the original on-screen Spider-Man, not that new Tom Holland guy. I could totally see Deadpool cracking a joke about this. So ultimately, Deadpool ends up becoming the leader of the new Avengers team alongside Wolverine and hopefully, fingers crossed, Tobey Maguire. I'm personally really excited that there's a lot of mystery still surrounding Deadpool 3 and not everything is leaked. But knowing Deadpool is going to play a huge role after Deadpool 3 as well in the multiversal war is really awesome, and a few insiders have confirmed this as well. Deadpool is going to continue to be a lead alongside Wolverine even after Deadpool 3. So not only is Deadpool 3 already super exciting, but after Deadpool 3 is going to be equally exciting as Deadpool and Wolverine are sticking around in the MCU. So let me know how excited you are about this in the comments down below. Let me know your own theories if you have them. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe so you can stay up to date on the MCU. And if you subscribe and leave a comment, you're automatically entered in our giveaway for a chance to win a PS5, an Xbox Series X, some Marvel Legends items, and some DC items. The winner picks one item, and we pick one winner at the end of each month. You can find us on Instagram and Twitter, and as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.